And when you do find it,
I got my mushroom.
Fiery images just seen mark contrast to the peaceful neighborhood today, where deep wounds have left their scars 1 year later. Paul Kane was sitting in his kitchen when the huge jet engine struck the ground.
I was sitting in my kitchen. There was this terrible explosion. This house shook like crazy. Doesn't make any sense, but at first I thought it might have been an earthquake.
But this was no earthquake. As transcontinental flight 113 flew overhead on its approach to LAX, what pilots call the port or left inboard engine fell from the giant 747, crashing down on this quiet Northridge neighborhood. The plane landed safely, but it was a different story on the ground.
I ran outside in the shearer's yard here. There was metal, burning bushes everywhere. And then over by the burning bush over there, I saw one of their kids. And I went over there and I dragged her away from the fire.
When told he was a hero, Kane brushed it off.
No. Anybody would have done that.
3 tons of jet engine broke loose from the 747 jumbo jet wing. Flight 113 had encountered severe turbulence over the San Gabriel Mountains, the flight crew unaware that the engine had dangerously come loose from the wing. The engine suddenly fell from the sky, landing in the shearer's yard and crushing young Randy Shear to death on his 21st birthday. Randy Shear was a key member of the Dartmouth swim team and was practicing in the pool as he did regularly during his summer vacations. Ironically, it was his love of swimming that brought him face to face with death. His sister Heather, sitting in the yard, survived miraculously with only some cuts and bruises.
My brother and I were kind of in an argument that day about who was going to get the car that afternoon, when suddenly I heard this noise that kept getting louder and louder and scarier, and that's all I remember. I feel so bad we were arguing.
Do you miss your brother? Joanne Shear, Randy's mother, was in the back of the house when the impact occurred. She was knocked unconscious by the blast. I know this has been a very hard year for you. The circumstances are extraordinarily bizarre. The odds against this happening are astronomical. Do you ever wonder to yourself, why this tragedy? Why your son?
I try not to think about those things.
You and your daughter seem very close. Were you close with your son?
We were going to a Dodgers game on Sunday for his birthday. He was killed on Saturday, on his 21st birthday.
Yet you buried Randy in the family plot in upstate New York. How do you deal with the distance? How do you even bring yourself to get on an airplane? And that's Aftermath, 1 year later. I'm Lee Bradley, KDUP News reporting.